So I'll give you 30 seconds to sit down, fill up the front rows, and go back.
I'm going to return it up. So.
Is that volume better? Yeah. Good, good, good. That's a thank you to our tech team over there, Mr. Meredith Wadi. Again, my name is Winston Majed, and I serve as Executive Director of the Greater Harlem Chamber of Commerce. Thank you, thank you. And also Director on Harlem Week, Inc. Thank you all for coming out to Harlem Week's second event. Actually, it's our third event now in 2 days, and it's the New York City Senior Citizens Day. Our first event was here 2 days ago. It was our Climate Change and Environmental Justice Conference, which we did in partnership with the City College of New York and Columbia University and WEAC and many others. So we thank Con Ed, who was a partner with that, and some other companies, which you'll hear about later, for their participation in a great and informative session on climate change. And you probably experienced a little bit of that just the last 2 weeks of either being 108 degrees or just raining so much that it was floods in our streets and power going out. So it was a very important issue. And I invite you to visit our website, www.Greater Harlem Chamber of Commerce, to find out more about what the Chamber's initiative on climate change is. So we have probably 112 events live and virtual we're doing just through Harlem Week. So we keep very busy at the Greater Harlem Chamber of Commerce, and we welcome any of you, because many of you are already members of the Chamber of Commerce, to visit our table and get membership applications and find out about events and activities. At this time, I want to bring up a new family member who's going to be singing the national anthem for you. It's Miss Mariah Ray, who's 8 years old. I see here she's an all-star student at Global Community Charter School in the 3rd grade, and she also plays piano. So I'd like to give a warm welcome to Miss Mariah Ray. You want a mic? Okay. Okay. Could you just get a mic?
Can't see. Thank you. Okay. Thank you, Miss.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Happy Senior Citizens Day.
Thank you.
Have a good morning, and I am going to be singing to you the Black National Anthem.
Please stand if you can.
Lift every voice and sing till earth and heaven ring, ring with the harmonies of liberty. Let our rejoicings rise high as the listening skies. Let it resound loud as the rolling sea. Sing a song full of the faith that the dark past has taught us. Sing a song full of the hope that the present has brought us. Facing the rising sun of our new day. begun. Let us march on till victory is won.
That was lovely, Mariah. Thank you so much.
Good job.
That was fantastic. So as I address you all with the next portion of the program, which is the purpose of why we're here, that is the purpose of why we're here. Mariah, give it up again for Mariah. That's the purpose why we're here. We're here to celebrate our seniors, but we're also here to celebrate the seniors 50 years from now when Mariah is standing up here and she's hosting this. And I'll be a senior at that time. Mariah won't be a senior until I'm 100. So I'll be coming back to sit in the audience and listen to you and give praise to you and your family for doing a great job at just 8 years old. I expect a lot from you 8 years from now. And if you need any help, please reach out to the Greater Harlem Chamber of Commerce and we'll be there for you. Thank you. We have an assortment of exhibitors. We have an assortment. Testing 1 2, testing 1 2. Is it radio voice time, Michael? It's radio voice time. We have an assortment of exhibitors and vendors here. And I want you to get a chance to go to all of them, whether it's Amazon or whether it's Humana or it's Chase, New York City Parks Department. I want you guys to take advantage of the information they have. I understand from Amazon, there's a photo booth over there. And I see, thank you, Amazon, for adding a new touch in our 49th year of Harlem Week. Thank you. So make sure you get shot on that screen. NYPD, thank you guys. The commissioner called to make sure that you guys would be here and give us some public safety tips for our senior citizens and for all our citizens of New York City. So I thank you guys for being here as well. So next, I'd like to present one of our partners and friends and founders of Harlem Week. He has done everything he can possibly do spiritually and economically for the community and also for the state of New York. And he has a lot more to come. He'll be telling you about an event he'll be doing tomorrow with United Way, who I thought came in. United Way, wave your hand. Thank you so much for being here. And he's a phenomenal person. Every time I do an event with Reverend Jacques DeGraff, he says something that hits me at 12 midnight. And I say, whoa, wow. But I hate to call him at 12 midnight. But I make a note that the next time I see him, I tell him how inspiring and uplifting he is, not only to me, but my family and all of you who come out to celebrate with us the things that the Greater Harlem Chamber of Commerce and Harlem Week does. So at this time, I'd like Reverend Jacques DeGraff to give us an opening prayer and tell you about tomorrow's event at Union Baptist Church with United Way. Ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause, Reverend Jacques DeGraff.
Get ready, get ready, get ready. As of this moment, all testing and things at the booths, hold on for 5 minutes. You give me 5 minutes, I'll give you the world. Is that all right?
Yes, sir.
We believe in the power of prayer here because prayer is what got us here. So we take it very, very seriously. So before we go any further, we're going to ask you, because we're a family, we're going to ask you to look at somebody who's near you. Because remember last year, since last year to this year, that there's somebody that you know in your heart and in your life who's not here with us today. And so we don't take today for granted. So somebody needs a word, somebody needs your smile. So if you just look at somebody in a Harlem Week kind of way and say, I'm so glad. Now you weren't here when Mahalia Jackson started out. Yeah, you weren't here even when Aretha started out, but you were here when Mariah started out. Let's give her another. Someone right now is carrying a secret sorrow. You look so good today, but someone is carrying a secret sorrow. The doctor told you something and you're finding it hard to live with. That grandchild of yours, just the neighbor is, but we know someone who can straighten out all of those things. We know someone who can make the crooked places straight. And so we're going to that place right now. Our Father and our God, the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, we come before your throne of grace as humbly as we know how. We come because you said that we should. We come because you said that we could. And now on this senior day in Harlem, we ask that you would bless all of the seniors under the sound of my voice in a special way today. You carried them a mighty way thus far. And each of them was shocked when they first got their AARP card. But they're still with us today, making a way out of nowhere and lighting a lamp for our communities. And we're grateful for them. We're grateful for all of our sponsors who are here today, who thought it not robbery, but in the middle of August, they come up to Harlem to share their resources with us. And so we ask that you would bless each person who's participating in the program and this mighty Harlem Week team. Bless them in special ways so that when they leave here, they'll be better than when they got here. Yeah. And that each of us will have made at least one new friend. And then in that glad and getting up morning, when the weary shall be at rest, we ask that you would make for us a home in your kingdom, just as you promised that you would. Until such time, we will be ever so careful to give your name the praise. And the family that loves God said, amen. The family that loves God said, amen. The family that loves God said, amen. Now tomorrow, we're going to take this spirit and we're going to God's house. And so combined with United Way, we're going to have a special service. Some of you may have heard of the 7 last words. And that's where on Good Friday, we go to church and the world doesn't know about it, but we do it our way. And we celebrate the 7 last utterances of the Savior on the cross. Not the 7 last words, but the 7, Father, forgive them for they know not what they do. So we decide, in the 21st century in Harlem Week, and this is my 49th Harlem Week. Yeah, you can say he doesn't look that old. And we would take the miracles of Christ. He calmed the storm. He did those things. And we got 7 great preachers. Preachers who will lift your hearts and stir your soul who are much better than me. We will have great music. And then we'll have health services, flu vaccinations, and all kinds of things. At noon tomorrow, 145th Street. And they have flyers on that day. And my photographer, he actually made me look handsome. It's on the flyer. Okay? So we're inviting all of you to come and have lunch with us, come and pray with us, come and listen to the preached word, come sing, dance, tap your toe, meet somebody new, and leave better than you came. And I close with these words. As our people were getting ready to cross over into the promised land, it says in Deuteronomy, Moses said, hey, there's one more thing I want you to know. If you love the Lord, then you need to choose healthy life. In Deuteronomy 19, look it up. And so some of us, when we hear choose healthy life, that means I got to give up something. You already know what your assumption is. You didn't really have to go to the doctor for him to tell you. Put the pork chop down. You didn't have to go to the doctor to tell him to stop doing something. But choosing healthy life is beyond that. It's about wellness. It's about choosing things that not only make you feel good, but are good for you. And so we're gathering together, and we've dedicated in our churches full-time navigators who help us to choose a healthy life. And so, sir, madam, boy, and girl, I'll be looking for you tomorrow at noon on 145th Street, and you can tell your friends that you heard at Union Baptist Church. And you can tell them that you heard it on Senior Day in Harlem. Until that time, we'll be be counting the hours, the minutes, and the days for our blessing. God bless you and have a marvelous Halloween.
Inspiring. Didn't I say inspiring? That is what Reverend Jacques DeGraff does best. He inspires us. Now I'd like to introduce you to the aforementioned Amazon Access Senior Executive Officer, as Amazon is serving as our presenting sponsor for Harlem Week 2023. We've never had one of those before, but we were so enticed and enriched by our early meetings with Amazon and the young woman I'm about to bring up and her associates, her senior associates, that the Harlem Week Board of Directors decided that they will take on a presenting sponsor, and that presenting sponsor is Amazon Access. So at this time, I'd like to bring to the stage Miss Nancy Dalton. Thank you.
Thank you. Good morning, Harlem.
Good morning.
It is such an honor to be with you all this afternoon. I have begun to think about Harlem as a second home, and I see a lot of familiar faces here. So happy for you to be here in the building. I want to first thank Lord Williams and the Greater Harlem Chamber of Commerce for their partnership. It's great to collaborate with them for this 2023 Harlem Week. I often think of it as Harlem Month. There's such a great amount of activities that you all will have the opportunity to take advantage of. So really looking forward to seeing you engage. One of the things that I wanted to share today is that Harlem has such a rich culture and legacy of business, arts and entertainment and culture. And so it is so exciting for us to be able to be amongst you in the community today. And I would also say that during these times, seniors, our nation's seniors, some of you here in this room face unprecedented barriers and challenges. And so for us to be able to collaborate with on-the-ground organizations like the Greater Harlem Chamber of Commerce, it enables us to really get a sense, a pulse of the needs of the community and of our seniors. And so for us, we at Amazon Access have launched a grassroots program. That program is designed to listen and learn on the areas that are most important and significant in the community. And that insight, that feedback has become core to our design of products, of services, and experiences. And so in order to answer the call at a time where we're all contending with rising costs, inflation, we've developed a centralized hub, the Amazon Access Hub. And it is designed actually for customers to explore programs, features, and benefits that make your shopping experience easier and more affordable. And we all can benefit from that. And so now customers who have a SNAP EBT card have the ability nationwide to use that card, their SNAP funds, to actually order groceries online and have them delivered to their door. We also have our Prime Access program, and that is all of the benefits of Prime at 50% off. And so if you are, a recipient of one of the 10 qualifying programs like SNAP EBT or Medicaid, you actually have the ability to take advantage of exclusive deals, award-winning TV, music, and video services, and all of that, again, at the 50% off. And so we invite you to come to the table in the back.
One moment. I want to just put this closer to her.
Okay.
Yes. Don't be
And then
afraid.
give them Ukrainian shout.
Okay, awesome. Well, I would just say that we really want you to take advantage of all of these services and programs. Our mission is truly to expand access and to lower the cost of convenience for more of our customers like you, more of our community members like you. And so please visit the table in the back. We have so many cool things in store for you. Not only do you have the opportunity to win some nice prizes, but I don't know about you, everyone loves a good photo booth, right? So please take advantage of that. Please come and see me or our Amazon Access team members in the back. We are here to greet you, to fellowship with you, and really celebrate you on this very important Senior Citizens Day. So I will get out of the way. If you'd like to learn more about some of the things I talked about, please do visit amazon.com/Harlem, because there's no better place to be. Have a great rest of the day, everyone.
Testing 1, 2, 3. Testing 1, 2, 3. Is that volume a little better?
Yeah.
I know it gets a little warm in here sometimes, so it drains you, and it drains you in a way that a teardrop drains from a child's eyes. So it's very slow, so you don't really know that some of your energy is being sapped away. But we're going to give you more energy because you are energy. You are our base. You are the reason why we are here 49 years later. So again, a round of applause to all of you at the New York City Senior Citizens Day. For those of you who are new and just came in, my name is Winston Majette, and I serve as the Executive Director for the Greater Harlem Chamber of Commerce. I'd like to just reintroduce to you not only Amazon Access, whose table is in the back, but also one of our new partners, Black Health Matters. I understand that they are here. Black Health Matters. Okay, there they go. There they go. They are going to give you some information on a fantastic partnership that we have on next week. As you check your Harlem Week programs, we're going to be doing a health conference right across the street at the Alhambra Ballroom and building at 126th Street and Adam Clayton Powell Jr. Boulevard. We expect you to come at 9 o'clock because at 9 o'clock, when you get there, they're going to have breakfast for you. They're going to have exercise demos for you, and they're going to have a wealth of information in our Alhambra Ballroom. So make sure you go to their table because they're doing a fantastic job around the world with making sure that Black health matters. Again, sending greetings from our NYPD new commissioner, Ed Cabano. He's been with us for probably 30, 35 years. We've been doing Harlem Week. So we're really happy that he sent out his A-team in order to be with you, and you'll hear more from them. I thought I saw Manhattan Borough President Mark Levine's office here, Ms. White. Ms. White, thank you so much. She's got some fantastic things for you. Special sponsor today that she's collaborated with our HRT team, and that would be Cookie Jackson and Francis Brown, to say the least, as well as Valerie Williams and Diane Henderson. We're having some good things for you as we finish this first session in about an hour and a half. As I said before, make sure you have your sneakers ready for the New York City Parks Department. They got some great trails for you to take advantage of. United Way you heard about from Jacques DeGraff. Columbia University's Dental College has outside for you a dental van, and I understand, are they inside as well? Oh, hi, wave guys, I didn't see your signage. We have to change their signage, Ms. Guy, my associate, so we can see their banner in the front and know that they're here. So they are affording an opportunity for you to get information on how to get great dental exams, which normally cost me about $300 just for cleaning. So they're going to give you some advice on how you can get that lowered down. So thank you. And Columbia University is a great partner of ours. Touro College, there you go. Touro College is another partner of ours. They just graduated a couple of hundred nurses, right? You just did in May. There's a couple of hundred nurses from the area. And now they're on break until next month. Don't worry, I'll talk to the president about it. I know. Sometimes I'm talking to people who are the foot soldiers who make things happen, and they have no idea. I just spoke to the president or had breakfast in the morning. But welcome. Also, I have HCCI. Is Malcolm Punter here or someone from his office? Okay, there you are. Their backs are to me, but their faces are to you. So make sure you find out what HCCI is doing and some of the wonderful programs that they're doing. They'll also be at the Black Health Matters Harlem Week Health Fair. Chase, as I mentioned, to my left, my bank, our bank, thank you for coming out. I know you guys have some great things coming up, such as a banking and finance conference, which I believe is almost sold out. I think there's only 2 seats left, and they may be gone now. But that'll be next week, and they'll be talking about ways that you can manage your money and also support the future of young ladies like Mariah here, so she can have a great education by having a bank account at Chase or Carver or any of our banks that are members of the chamber. Helping You Home Care. Are you all here helping you? Help me find you, helping you. Okay, thank you. Thank you very much. Make sure you go by Helping You Home Care. They're a chamber member and they're doing great things. American Endovascular. Okay. Again, they have their backs to me, but they're in front of you to help you. So make sure you see they're a new member of the chamber and they're going to do some great things today. New York City Communities for Health. Okay. Hi, how you guys doing? You guys are new to me, so I need to get a package from you, but everyone here, when you have the time, make sure you see what they're doing because they're doing some great things. Arts and Minds has been with me for a minute. Good to see you guys. Good to see Arts and Minds. Please, yes, give it up. They put the arts and culture and health into this particular event and activity. Did the DA's office get here? Did Alvin Bragg's office get here? I would like you to stand up because you're too handsome for us not to see you, Mr. Bennett. Mr. Courtney Bennett, who heads up the Harlem office of Manhattan DA Alvin Bragg. Thank you. Also a Harlem Week board member. Union Settlement. Now they've been with us doing a whole lot of things. Miss Williams, is she here yet? Miss Williams isn't here, but she's a good friend of ours. Just on a family note, her husband, he takes care of Queens and the Long Island sector, is one of our chief NYPD officers. So I thank them for being with us today. Good old young friends, DFTA, the Department for the Aging. Oh, thank you for being in the house. We miss you. We miss you. They've been helping out senior citizens. And when I was 50, they told me what I need to do. So when I got to 55 and 60, I can be well-read and well-bred. So DFTA, thank you so much. Visiting nurse. Is visiting nurse up here at all? Okay, you can find them downstairs on the curbside between 125th and 126th Street and Adam Clayton Powell. They are amazing. Visiting nurse services, they came to me actually when I was 50 and my dad needed services, and they helped me get him services to really extend his livelihood and his life. And I'm always appreciative that they're in the house. Guys, give me 2 more minutes, if that much. I may not need 2. The Zoe Ministries, did they arrive? Zoe Ministries? Okay, they should be coming shortly. So now we have something it's amazing. We started it, I guess, 7-8 years ago, called Demystifying Technology, with our partner and sponsor, Silicon Harlem, and its president and CEO, Clayton Banks. Since that time, I believe Clayton Banks has virtually graduated some 500 seniors from saying, I don't know how to work my phone, to, oh, I didn't plug in the phone so the battery can be charged up, to now I have a desktop, now I have an Apple iPhone. They have graduated to do amazing things with technology. And as Mr. Banks comes up here, he's going to give you information on what you've been seeing on the news, television, and radio about AI and how that affects your life and how it can benefit your life. So at this time, I'd like to bring up our GHCC board member, Clayton Banks.
All right. Thank you very much.
Which one?
Oh, wait a second. I have to have a good mic. That's how that works. So, thank you very much. I'm gonna use this other one. So it is a great pleasure to be here, and listening to the roster of the support that's happening over Harlem Week. Amazing. I have a quick call to Amazon. I love you guys. So, and you're $1 trillion company. Can I get like 5 billion? Actually, no, I just want to order some stuff from you guys. So anyway, it's a wonderful thing to be here. And we are going to be talking about, just for a few minutes, about artificial intelligence. Haven't you heard a lot about that and still don't know what the heck it is? I mean, really, artificial intelligence, just the word artificial sounds fishy. You know what I mean? Like, what's artificial? That means like it's not real, right? So artificial intelligence. Wow, we're seeing it and we're hearing it. We're even working with it every single day. Some of you had AI on the way here. If you were on a bus, if you were in a cab, if you were on any other type of way of getting here, AI was involved. So I'm going to try to demystify it a little bit because it is not going away. It's growing. It's been around a long time, but now it's a thing where we actually see it ourselves. So artificial intelligence in general has been around, like I said, a long time. So let me try to get everybody, because everyone, even if you're a vendor here, my guess is you may not know everything about AI. Because I know I don't know everything about AI, but I probably know a lot than most because I actually work in that space. And for all your companies, startups, seniors, AI is having an impact. Those who embrace it and understand it are going to thrive in the future. Those who don't will fall behind. We've seen that in so many different ways, including just internet, right? So my job is to try to make sure that we don't fall again. So it's exactly like I described. Artificial intelligence it's actually artificial. It is not a thing. It is an artificial, a bunch of lines of internet and computer language that actually creates some sort of an outcome. So it's almost like thinking of making a cake. You got to put all these different pieces together. Each an individual of it may not mean anything, but when you put it all together, all of a sudden you have a cake. That's similar with what AI does. It looks like at all of this data, which is the core of artificial intelligence, is it looks at data. So think about the encyclopedias. Think about the Bible. Thinking about everything you've ever read or heard or any of that stuff, all of it is data. All of it becomes data. So what we do in the artificial intelligence perspective is we are able to look at all of that data. That's difficult for a human being to do it in seconds. Like the data of the Bible could be done in 5 seconds by artificial intelligence. I haven't been able to finish it and I'm old. So it's like I still haven't got the entire Bible done. So I'm just saying data is the core of artificial intelligence. Everybody with me so far? Because it's really important. That's why I want to make this very clear, and I only have a few minutes. Then, so it's everyday thing, right? So everyday thing with AI. Any of you, especially you seniors, but anyone in this room, have you ever dealt with Siri or Alexa? Anyone ever done that?
Yes.
100% AI. That's not a real person, you know? But they're actually working with you because it learns as you talk, as you ask for things. It becomes from an artificial intelligence perspective. It becomes something that it can replicate for you, and that, in a lot of ways, is a good thing. It makes life a little more efficient. What I think is important is that as much as we have fun with it, there's a lot of fun parts of it, like you know, what's my sister doing right now, or whatever the case may be. But it also is very important for you in general, right? There's a lot of negative things that you hear about AI, but there's a whole lot of positive things with AI. So I'm not going to focus too much on the negative. All I can say is it's as vulnerable as any other thing, you know? So I want to make sure that everybody understands that it is vulnerable. There are hackers. I mean, some of us have read about how you can now hack in a AI algorithm and become, Drake, right? So, someone actually was able to get his voice, AI got a look, and all of a sudden Drake's looking at himself going, I didn't say that. I didn't rap that. So that's really still, okay. I'm hoping everybody's hearing me because this is a critical thing. Come on, AI, get the. So, but I do, like I said, I want to be very positive. Those are some of the sort of the issues you're going to have to be aware of, that these things are just as vulnerable as anything else. However, there's a lot of cool things. So one of the things that I like about AI is that it actually has an impact on our health. The fact that it can now look at so much data around the world, it could actually heal you, literally. And so there's some good things here around healthcare, disease detection, all these type of things are happening with AI more so than we ever have had. You guys have heard a lot about the oncoming idea of autonomous vehicles, where you get into a vehicle and there's no one driving. That has to be driven by AI. AI needs to know the location, needs to know the mapping. It knows when there's another car in the way. They need to see if there's somebody walking in front of it. All of that has to be built into the artificial intelligence. And why I talk about it, and I'll add one more little somewhat negative thing, is that we were doing testing on those type of vehicles, driverless vehicles in Arizona. And as the car was driving, we would find that it was actually, you still can't hear me very good? All right, so let's get it like this. All right, now I'm gonna start being a little berry. No, but so when we were doing the driverless vehicles, one of the things we found was that some of people were getting hit by the cars, or would possibly be hit by the car, and the only reason was it couldn't literally understand if you had a darker hue. And so it just was like, that must not be nothing, so let's just run over those people. So that's why you have to be aware of who is building those algorithms. Somebody, I'm sure, didn't mean that to happen, but they just thought from their perspective, this is how everybody looks like. So it's stuff like that you have to understand, that AI has a lot of challenges, but there's a lot of great things, and continue on that role. So we're talking about the healthcare. You're talking about what I think is another thing that AI can be very good for us is our environment, our food. If you're looking at agriculture, AI has excellent ways to think about optimizing those farms. I love that. There's also all types of things that deals with learning, right? So some of you may have been on a variety of things on the internet, looking up things. All that's AI driven, and you might ask a question, and you'll get a bunch of answers. All of that is artificial intelligence, but it's built on all the data that it has. Which is a ton. I'm sorry, I'm just making a crazy noise. All right. I'm going to move away a little bit here. Yeah. So also, I think one of the things I've talked in the past variety of times with the Harlem Week is digital literacy, right? So digital literacy is critical. So all of us are struggling in that area in some ways, but you have to constantly work on that. But AI can help. That's the good news. AI can help. I had one of the young kids in my office, and he major needs that he had. But one of the things he had that was really bad, and I kind of have it too, is stuttering. And I happen to have a robot in my office. So my robot, the robot in fact with this guy was a game changer for his life, because all his life he's stuttering, and he can feel that vibe by the person that he's talking to, how it feels a little uncomfortable. The robot was just sitting there. And the kid would not leave because he had never had that experience. What I'm saying is AI has major impacts, and we should all embrace that as we go. I'm going to move this sort of, I could go on and on and on with a lot of stuff, but I know we're already late in this whole process, so I'm going to keep it moving. So if you don't mind, I'm just going to skip right to some ideas, right? Here are some ideas, if you will. So these are some ideas that any of you can hopefully embrace. Some of us know that some of our seniors don't always have a lot of people that are around them. They're sometimes even lonely. And one of the things that we're finding in AI is that can be addressed, right? So using, whether it's in my office where you can come and hang out with a robot, or you can have you could have those type of access. We already talked about Siri and Alexa and all that kind of stuff that you can talk to and all those type of things. But also there's this monitoring of everything in your life. So if you have health issues, AI can be very good at knowing when you need your medications. They know how to access to your doctor. They have all of these features that I think are really critical, especially as you get older and older and older, that you want to have that support. For some of all of us, we don't really go to libraries as much as we used to go to. AI is creating virtual libraries across the world. So if you are learning more about Germany, you can find all of that in your own home. So there's all types of cool things that come on with artificial intelligence. It ain't a person, it's a computer, but you get to control it, and that's the good news. Another thing that I think is really important is for our city. AI is, by the way, if you're not following it, AI is becoming, it's everywhere, according to our mayor and everyone else. The cameras that you see, AI driven. Traffic, AI driven. The buses, AI driven. It's happening in our city everywhere. And I think it's both good and a challenge, but it's certainly something that's not stopping because it's making us more efficient. Another thing that's really interesting around AI that I like using is language translators. Have you ever had to speak to someone that didn't speak the same language and it's struggling to have a conversation? Now you can have in your phone or any kind of device, and you say that, and I say this, and we actually have a great conversation together. So that is cool stuff. Healthcare, shopping, movies, recipes, all impacted by AI. By the way, I'm going to give you my email right now as I start to wrap up, because this is so much stuff that I'd rather have you come to my office and really sit down and let's have a great conversation about this. I do teach on these issues. So my email is mr.banks. What's that spell? Mr. Banks, that's right. Mr. Banks at siliconharlem.com. That is on 148th and 8th. Okay? I want to talk about a few jobs. If you want a job, or you want to have one of your friends to have a job, or a grandchild to have a great job, a singing job, that's cool. One of them is really just being a trainer of AI, right? You can become a training person for AI because it's growing everywhere. So it's a great job, very high salary for that job. Working in a company and being in the data area of that company, data management and the privacy of it, also great jobs, really well paid jobs. And for the most part, once you're in forever. Education and reskilling, all that comes within the artificial intelligence world. A great job for many, many people. And I'll just end it with healthcare and elderly care. Really, really great opportunities in that space. So it's really important. So if you didn't get anything out of this whole conversation, I'm just going to leave this one simple thing. Artificial intelligence is powerfully able to scan data across whatever the topic is and create an opportunity for you to build on it. That's what you want to end on with this. It's not anything crazy. It's not anything better than anything else. It's a tool for you to use, and it's also important for you to know about it. Thank you very much. I'm Clayton Banks. I'm Silicon Harlem. I love Harlem Week, and I love everybody here. Thank you. Now they need me to be my tech skills to show this video. After you, Winston, you want to introduce it? Sure. Okay.
Thank you very much, Clayton Banks. It's a lot. It's a lot. He reduced like a 90-minute presentation down to 15 minutes so you guys can get a snapshot of what's happening every single second of the day in terms of technology and AI. So tomorrow, when you guys go to our website, harlemweek.com, you may see an AI of me doing this presentation, and I'm at home eating some Doritos and watching the WNBA. So do some investigative work and make sure that you contact us at www.greaterharlemchamber.com. So this next presentation is a video done by our fashion committee and our gurus of fashion, such as Irene Gandy and Valerie Williams. It's our Harlem Week, New York City hat, fur, and accessories show. So if that a motion picture, I'm about to turn it into a motion picture. If that video is ready. things. That looks good. Thank you. Give it up for the Harlem Week virtual hat. First, and now my Harlem Week board member and good friend is going to come up, and he's going to talk to you about some of the highlights and focuses of the Manhattan DA's office. Mr. Courtney Bennett, representing the Manhattan DA's office. He's rocking his hat. He got inspired, so he started rocking his hat like, yeah, I got mine on. Give it up again for Mr. Courtney Bennett. Thank you, brother.
Thanks, Winston. I don't normally wear a hat in the house. I just put that on because of the presentation. Can you hear me? No, I don't think people over there can hear me because they couldn't hear the last people. Over there, can you hear me? All right, all right. My name is Courtney Bennett. I am the Harlem Office Director for the District Attorney of New York. How many people knew the District Attorney had a Harlem office? All right, and who is the District Attorney? Alvin Bragg. Right, not just Bragg, Joe Bragg, Mr. Bragg, it's Alvin Bragg. We're gonna get our bragging right. Right, those are our bragging rights because he comes from Harlem. He's a son of Harlem. So I'm bringing you greetings on his behalf. He is actually on vacation, and I think he has earned it. So if you've been watching the news, you know some of the things that our DA Bragg has been doing. So he's getting away from things in an undisclosed location where he can rest and continue the fight for our safety. What I want to do before I continue, anybody 100 or over in the room, raise your hand. 90 or over, raise your hand. If you need to raise somebody's hand because they're 90 or over, raise their hand. I know Miss Trudy's over there. So I learned from the African village tradition that before a younger person speaks, you should ask the elders if you are able to speak. So whatever you heard before me doesn't count. It only no, just kidding. So can I talk? Thank you, elders. This is a beautiful event, and not just because the seniors and the elders are there, and I'll be a senior soon, I'm not rushing it, but we have so many young people around, so many interns who've been helping out. Harlem is an intergenerational community. Harlem Week is an intergenerational family event. And we're so glad that our young people are here, our Harlem Week interns, and so on. So I want to talk about some of the things that our office is doing. We have education, especially for seniors, around elder abuse, around scams. How many people here are aware of some of the scams that are going on? Let me see, who's brave enough to tell us about a scam? Anybody? One of the kinds of scams? Yeah, I knew you would. Come on.
Scams online, trying to get your money, or calling you up saying that your child is in trouble or your grandchild is in trouble. So hang up. And that's where they use AI, trying to get the child's voice. And they use the voice, and they use the voice to get your money.
That's all right. Go ahead.
Oh. They'll try to get you to send money online to help your supposedly AI grandchild. Another sign of abuse is calling you up saying that the IRS is coming after you and you owe so much money, and if you don't, you're going to be in trouble. That's going to put you in jail if you don't do it by 5 o'clock. That's some of it. I know a lot because I went to an AARP scan at Prince Hall yesterday.
Okay.
So they had that. So look out for those Prince Hall or not Prince Hall. So the scandal. There's one back there too. They told you about NYPD. They're doing a lot of scandal because they're making billions of dollars off of seniors, only seniors.
Well, thank you so much. I did not plant that woman in the audience, even though I sat by her the entire time. but I will bring you your check when I come back. So be on alert. Programs like this, programs like what happens at Prince Hall. I know there's some members of Prince Hall around. I'm a member of Prince Hall Masons. And we want to make sure that people are aware of these different types of scams. So you heard them, so I don't need to repeat them. And also be aware of the Social Security scam. But they call and tell you that they need your Social Security number or that your benefits are in question. Then you call, you give them all the information they didn't have, and then they come after you and try to get your money. And once they get that money, it's hard to give it back. So if you don't recognize a phone number, it's a scam risk. You don't have to take the call. If someone's really trying to get in touch with you, they'll continue to call until they actually get you. Scammers will not call you back from the same number. So I wanted to make sure that came to your attention. We also have a public safety curriculum. So there's a variety of areas where we provide education around public safety and what we're doing in the community to make the community safer. One of those is our domestic violence education class. You all have, as elders in the community, you have children, grandchildren, great-grandchildren that may be involved in domestic violence. You can send them to this office, 7th floor, and we will help them with their domestic violence issues. If they have been in an incident and they have been arrested, we will provide services for them to make sure that they are protected and that they are okay mentally and physically. So be aware of that. I mentioned our elder abuse, where we discuss crimes against the elderly, but we also want you to be aware that there's domestic violence against the elderly. I need to tell you because you are the elderly. And you know what goes on. You know how you protect yourselves, how you protect others. So the DA's office is here. Anytime anything ever happens, feel free to call. I'm going to leave cards over somewhere, and I will have some with me. And you can feel free to take those cards. Identity theft. We do classes on identity theft, making sure that, like we talked about scams, that you know when people are asking you for information, what they're going to do with it, and how you can avoid people getting your information, getting into your bank accounts, because we know grandma got all the money. We've all known that growing up. Grandma got all the money, right? So our scammers know that too. So they're trying to get at your money, but the DA's office wants to make sure that you are safe. And finally, sexual assault and human trafficking. There are people who are taking advantage of others, moving them around, and they also take advantage of seniors. But for seniors, be aware of what your grandchildren especially are telling you, what they're doing. If they live with you, make sure you're looking at their social media, because there are social media scams, and they're trying to get to grandparents through their children. Okay, so these are all things the DA's office can help you with. If there's one question, I can take it. Seeing none, I can. Oh, you have a question? I'm sorry, madam in the front row in the cute little hat.
So guess you give us training, things like that, for what if we've been scammed?
If you have been scammed, we definitely want you to call our office, because we have a unit that works with scams, and they can help backtrack to see what they can do to help you out of that. We also have a unit that works in housing fraud. So if you think that someone's trying to raise your rent and they're trying to do things to force you out, that's when you call our office and say, hey, these things are happening to me. My rent should be regulated. They've been telling me I've got to go. It's unfair. Come to our office. We will help you out. All right. In fact, I see Malcolm Punter in the back. No one knows more about helping people in housing and affordable housing than Malcolm Punter from HCCI. Is that it? Any more questions?
Thank you.
All right. So thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Speaking of Malcolm Punter, I mentioned it earlier, I'm going to move in the direction of Malcolm Punter. If you could please come up here, Dr. Punter, and introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about HCCI.
Thank you, Winston. Thank you so much. Very happy to be here with you. It is a pleasure annually to participate in the Senior Day event. There are actually 3 senior events that we're going to be participating as Harlem Congregations for Community Improvement. Today, Senator Cordell Clear's event, which I think next week, and then there's another Greater Harlem Week event that we're participating in. HCCI's table is there, staff, who are the social workers for our newest senior housing building. Our newest senior housing building is 135 apartments and is located at 11 West 118th Street. And that is between Malcolm X Boulevard and Fifth Avenue. We completed that building in 2001, right in the midst of the pandemic. And we're housing 134 seniors, of which 55 of those seniors have been referred to us from the homeless shelter system. There are 4 full-time social workers at the building, and there's a full exercise room in the basement, and the amenities in that building is unmatched. The reason why we chose to build a building like this in Harlem is because we believe that the seniors deserve the best and the most innovative, most comfortable residence that we can find and we can afford. And guess what? The seniors at the building pay only 30% of their annual income towards their rent. And then 70% of that rent is covered by the building and a federal subsidy that waives that rent on behalf of the seniors. So it's truly affordable housing. It is the most affordable type of housing available. HCCI, as you know, was created by the clergy, men and women of the Harlem community in the early 1980s. And those clergy women and men are still involved in HCCI. We have a 15-member board of directors, and 2/3 of those board of directors are clergy leaders in the community. They pastor the churches or the mosque or the synagogues in the Harlem community. So they're actively involved. Those are your congregations that you support that run or manage the governance of HCCI. We have a staff of 35 residents, most of which are people that live in the Harlem community or communities like Harlem. So HCCI, in its inception, was created to empower and revitalize the Harlem community. And I can say with confidence, it is still revitalizing the Harlem community and still living its intended purpose as the founders envisioned it. If you want to learn more about senior housing, please visit our table. It's right behind you with the bright blue logo. And also, I encourage you to visit every table because all of the resources here today are for your benefit, for our benefit. My mother's 82 years old. She's not here, but she's 82 years old and still lives in Harlem. And she's been here since she was 18 years old when she came from Augusta, Georgia. She refuses to go back to Georgia. She said she loves the city and she would live no other place but New York City and particularly Harlem. So thank you again for coming out. If you want more information about HCCI, you can go to our website, which is www.hcci.org, or you can call us at 212-281-4887. We love you, and it's good to see you here today. Thank you.
That was the AI saying, wow, Malcolm, what a presentation on HCCI. Thank you. Give it up again for Dr. Malcolm Punter. One of our good friends and partners since the inception of Harlem Week has been Miss Inez Dickens, who has many roles in this community. She's city council person at one point, head of the minority whip of the city council. She's presently member of the Assembly, 70th District, proud sponsor of Harlem Week all these years with a focus on children, youth, arts and culture, and senior citizens. She's a little under the weather today, but she sends hello and regards. And Mr. Parrish Wright is here from her office. So please send out blessings and prayers to not only Inez, but all those who are a little under the weather today. This is another Inez here. So, and they're sitting next to each other, which is ironic. This is Inez Turpin, and she's sitting next to the person who represents Inez Dickens. So that's how God works. So please give it another prayer for her and others who didn't come. Now, this is the best part of it to me, the musical part, because I'm a big music guy. And I have one of the great MTA Music Under New York artists with us today is going to perform for you. She's really one of my favorites. I love when she comes here and she gives her spin on gospel and jazz. She's an acoustic guitarist. Vocal range is contralto, 5-octave ranges. That means you may find her singing at the Met, or you might find her singing at Harlem Week on stages. But she is a great friend of ours. And Petula Beckles is a Tobago-born singer, songwriter, with an uncanny ability to subtly blend gospel with jazz and Caribbean flavors. Her work explores the relationship between human nature and Christian ethics. And when coupled with her smooth, melodious tones, it leaves audiences in awe. Petula has won multiple awards and honors for her musical works, and she has created a vocal training program called Finding Your Voice, where she has helped music and acting professionals define and strengthen their voices. She also offers an annual summer music program for children 7 to 17 years old. At this time, let me please present to you Ms. Petula Beckles. Thank you.
Good morning, Harlem, USA. Good morning, Harlem, USA. Good morning. Are we having a great time or what? Yeah, I'm going to continue with this great special event. I really am so happy and honored to be here and celebrating with you all. I hope that you enjoy the music for today. It's a little different, but we'll work it out.
Is it playing? I don't hear anything.
While we're setting that up, I just want to remind everybody that Amazon Access is
Really low.
Everyone filled out this card. It is eligible for a drawing for $150 gift card for Whole Foods. Raise your hand if you want $150 for Whole Foods. All right, okay. All right, put your hand down if you're ready to fill out one of these cards. Still got your card. Okay. It was green and white. Fill yours out. Fill here. Amazon Access, raise your hand. Right here. There you go. Anybody need a card? Okay, I see some hands. Yes. I see some hands. You need a card, not your second card. We're talking about your first card. All right. Okay, I wish everybody lots and lots of luck. All right, right there at the clock, and they deliver. All right. Okay, we're gonna have that story. Yeah. We're gonna move it later, but damn shortly. After you sing, beautifully, beautifully. You can keep it, it's yours.
All the things that you've done for me, all the things so undeserved, yet you gave to prove your love for me. The voices of a million angels cannot express my gratitude. All that I am and ever hope to be, I owe it all to thee. To God be the glory. To God be the glory. To God be the glory for the things He has done with His blood. He has saved me with His power. He has raised me. To God be the glory for the things He has done. Just let me live my life. Let it be pleasing, Lord, to Thee. And should I gain any praise, let it go to Calvary. With His blood, He has saved me. With His power, God has raised me. To God be glory for the things, yeah, for the things He has I was Jesus to walk with me. I want Jesus to walk with me. All along my pilgrim's journey, I want Jesus to walk with me. In my trials, Lord, walk with me. In my trials, Lord, walk with me. When the strains of life are falling, I want Jesus to walk with me. Oh, walk with me, Lord. Please walk with me. I want you to walk with me. Walk with me, Lord. Please walk with me. When my heart's within a ache, it's breaking. I want Jesus to walk with me. Pull another one out of the hat.
Do you?
Yeah. I gotta take it back to church. Right?
I know you got it.
You gotta take it back to church.
Would be seeing citizens.
Sometimes I feel like a motherless child. Sometimes I feel like a motherless child. Sometimes I feel like a motherless child, a long way from home, a long way from home. Sometimes I feel like a motherless child. Sometimes I feel like a motherless child. Sometimes I feel like a motherless child, a long way from home, a long way from home. If I had a wing like a dove, I would fly away home. If I had a wing like a dove, I would fly away home. If I had a wing like a dove, I will fly away home. Oh, a long, long, long way from home. But since I've got no wings, since I've got no wings, since I've got no wings, I'm gonna sing, sing, sing. Oh, since I've got no wings, since I've got no wings, since I've got no wings, I'm just gonna sing. He loves me, especially different. Every time he keeps me on my feet, happily excited. He loves me.
Thank you, Petula. Petula reminds me that it's the 50th anniversary of hip hop. So it's really not. That's hip hop. You remember the rhyme, we don't need no music. All you got to do is put Patilla Beckles on the mic and she'll do it all for you. So that reminds me, that was beautiful. Thank you so much. We apologize for technical, but there is no technical difficulty when I'm just, you heard the bio. You know how bad she is. So thank you so much. I understand that some of our friends from Amazon are going to be doing a drawing. Now, I don't see who's going to talk about Denise, she switched shirts. She went from the white shirt to the black shirt. Denise Gibbs is a good friend, and she's an awesome person coming out of Atlanta to be with us in New York. And yes, indeed.
Thank you.
And what she did, she and Nancy Dalton, is she joined the City College of New York in the Greater Harlem Chamber of Commerce in Harlem Week last night, and we hosted 38 high school seniors from the Ukraine to give them a welcome that they said they never expected from Harlem, and it was at famous Sylvia's restaurant last night.
And they wanted to take all the chicken home.
So the host and owner of Van Woods, Kenneth Woods, was there to introduce them to the world famous Sylvia's restaurant and his chicken and collard greens, and they had an excellent time. And they were giving gift bags by Amazon, another one of the partnerships they joined with us to welcome those 38 students, because you know what's going on in Ukraine. And I was told they haven't had that kind of opportunity to dance and eat as much as they want in 4 years. Wow. So thank you again to Amazon for being a partner in the Chamber's causes to support Harlem Now. So now I'll bring you Ms. Gibbs, and she's going to tell you about this drawing.
I know y'all want to know about the money, so I'm not going to talk long. So it is a $150 Whole Foods gift card for groceries. Okay. And it's literally right here up the corner, right? So I think everyone put their cards in. Okay, we're going to shake it up and we're going to have Winston
Jackie Rowe Adams.
Oh, Jackie,
from the Harlem Week Board of Directors and Harlem Mothers Saved, the pull.
Come.
Jackie Rowe Adams, ladies and gentlemen. She fights gun violence every second of the day.
Can I pick my name?
If you pick it, you pick it.
She'll donate it if she does forget.
You picked two. Oh, shake it up again. Shake it up, because you're looking at both.
Oh my God.
Don't look.
Okay, I ain't gonna look. Okay. The lucky winner. Who was the lucky winner? They holiday.
Hazel Rosada Smith.
A better person could not have won. This lady is historic, she's spiritual, and she's one of the best playwriters I know.
And actresses.
And not only playwright, she can act. Miss Hazel Smith, you gotta say something, girl.
What can I say except this is a magnificent day. I'm a senior and I am so happy to be alive. I'm a 2-time cancer survivor, and if God wake me up on Sunday, I'll be 82. Thank you. Thank you, Lord. I love Whole Foods. I love Amazon. Amazon boxes arriving at my house all the time. I love you. Thank you.
You're very welcome, my friend.
And isn't that something that I would pick her name?
We're going to take a picture. Okay, come up.
Yes.
Come on.
Bill Moore, New York Amsterdam News.
The famous Bill Moore.
Yeah. Harlem News Group.
Okay.
We doing one more?
Congratulations. Oh, that was wonderful.
That's it, just the one?
That's the one.
Whew, that's good stuff. Amazon keeps giving the gift that keeps on giving, right? Yes, indeed. Give it up for Amazon Access. You've met Jackie Rowe Adams, our astute, astounding Harlem Week board member. I want to introduce you to one of our other board members who's the chairperson or co-chairperson of the Senior Citizens Committee, and that's Miss Stephanie Francis, one of the founders of Harlem Week.
Oh, we are so happy to have our Harlem seniors here with us today. Thank you so much for celebrating Harlem Week 2023. I get to say thank you. I'm most appreciative. I have a Harlem Week board family. I have my own family. Mom is now 98 and she's hung out with us through all of these years as a founder of Harlem Week.
Trudy!
So, Trudy!
Trudy!
Oh, well, she can't help.
Trudy! Linda, get Trudy.
So we
Talk
want to
about
appreciate, she's happy. Yes. So what we have planned to extend this wonderful day, we have our sponsors, our supporters, all lined up in the back. We hope that everyone has had an opportunity to introduce themselves to our partners. Please take that time before you exit because we have 2 sessions today. We have for you a wonderful grab and go luncheon provided by our sister Melba's Restaurant, as well as Manna. So please, and cookies, wonderful cookies. So first of all, I'm going to ask everyone to be patient, and we're going to do this row by row, and I know how everybody is. Those persons right here, where I am, right in this little section, I would like the first rows to extend themselves, walk over. You're going to pick up your lunch. You're going to have a nice little exit, and then that's it for today, for us, for this session. We do hope that you enjoyed yourselves. We look forward to doing 50 years with you as we are, doing great things. So, first row, please. I'm going to stay yes. You have a little tiny ticket that you received at the front door. In exchange for this ticket, you will receive the grab and go lunch.
There's no re-entry.
Please make sure you have taken part with the exhibitors, received the information that is available to you. And we so appreciate you. I also want to share next Friday, we will have the opportunity to share with Senator Clear